What is urban planning? It's often the first question people ask me when I tell them that's my major. And honestly, I still struggle to answer that question today, but that's the exciting thing about urban planning. Depending on who you ask in the planning field, you'll probably get a different response contingent on what planning means to them. As a new student to the field, my best simple answer is that urban planning is a broad application of working for or with cities to facilitate and manage its growth or change. Basically, urban planning is a broad discipline that can be divided into the main subfields of urban design, land use planning, economic development, real estate, transportation planning, sustainability, and environmental planning. A planner is a problem solver and a public servant that can help settle issues in a community. As a child and to this day, nothing excites me more than exploring and learning about cities. Cities are a direct result and intricate, beautiful examples of human design, history, and culture. Every city has unique demographics, configurations, communities, economies, and infrastructures. Growing up, I lived in a small suburban town that was experiencing rapid growth with a lot of new development. I noticed how my neighborhood was constructed differently than some newer homes being built down the street. And at the time, I was obsessed with the video game SimCity, and I began to understand the process of urban planning. Urban planning has a direct impact to people's lives. Many socioeconomic and environmental issues have causes that can be attributed to poor or lack of any planning policy or practice. Contemporary urban planning mostly relates to solving problems caused by urban sprawl. Urban sprawl is basically low-density, single-use development that requires automobiles as a sole mode of transportation. The contemporary urban planning objective is to create the healthiest, most livable, and sustainable communities for future generations to enjoy. Due to this goal, many planners are actively influencing how cities are being developed, which can create a complex situation. This is what makes planning a more controversial field, because many people in the general public may look at planners as big government trying to control their way of life. My goal as a planning student is to improve city transportation systems. I find that how a city moves is the most interesting characteristic of the urban form. From small roundabouts to massive infrastructure projects, I want to help cities find the most efficient and effective ways to solve traffic problems. For anyone interested in the planning field, there's a lot of opportunity. You can find your niche and discover what motivates you to make positive change in your community.